What's up, guys? Welcome back. In today's video, we're talking all about tripods, the difference between different brands, and why you need them. Let's get started. So, I wanted to do a video about tripods and just the difference in the different kinds you can get and the different reasons and situations you can use them in, because I rely on tripods a lot, and I just thought it'd be an easy, fun video to make. But before we get started, a little update. I do want to apologize for the fact that I didn't stick to the video every other day during my quarantine. And here's why. Both my parents got tested positive for COVID, and I don't even remember what day it was. My dad was put in the hospital for 4 days because he was having trouble with COVID. He was having trouble fighting it. And that was a lot. So because of that, I did not film much because we were busy trying to help with my mom and just helping around the house. So filming wasn't really a big deal to me to finish. So we're in another 10-day quarantine. So we have exactly a week left of it. So, well, a weekish, I think. So I'm going to try to do more videos while we're still in quarantine. So here's the starting one, tripods. And yes, I am going to scoot back a little bit so you can actually see the tripods. So there are different kinds you can get. What my camera is on right now is a SwitchPod. What the light is on is a Joby GorillaPod Magnetic. I'll move things around so you can actually see these tripods as well. But I mean, you've seen the Joby, so I may not even use that one. I might though. So first, you have different situations you can use a tripod. So for me, I use a SwitchPod to hold my camera and the mic set up. That way you guys can actually see me clearly and it's perfect height level. I rotate between them, but one of my two tripods that are off to my side hold my Aputure MC off away from me. That way it still lights me, but it's not too bright. So because I had to borrow the tripods, I put it on the Joby GorillaPod. So, sometimes you have to mix it up. So that's the situation that I use them in. I use them for studio purposes. Now they have their own purpose. You can use them for stabilizing your camera for photography. Or, I guess in a way, if you don't have a gimbal, if your camera has good autofocus, I guess in a way you kind of could use it like a gimbal. It's not a bad idea to try that actually, because I've been able to try that. But my camera doesn't have the best stabilization. So maybe it would work, because I don't really have the money for a gimbal. So, alright. So here's my main tripod that I use. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been doing a lot of little product photography in my bedroom. Mostly of my Funko Pops. So I've been using a tripod to hold both my light and my camera to keep them level with each other. And they've come in handy. So I actually may show a couple of them at the end of the video. But this is just my Amberco tripod. I did not buy this anywhere. This was given to me by my mom because when she did a lot of photography, this was the tripod that she used. Now, the only problem with it actually is broken. One of the legs, I don't know which one it is broken, and so it sits uneven. Thankfully, on my display on my camera, it has a leveler. I don't even know what the word for it is. So I'm able to adjust the legs accordingly, and I can make it even with each other. This one is the one that normally holds up my light when we're filming. And this is normally, I wouldn't have bought the other one because I have this one and it works. But when we went to Florida this summer, I needed one that would fit in my backpack. So, other than my SwitchPod, because that was more for vlogging, I needed stuff for time lapses and just stuff like that. And sadly, my Amberco one would not fit in the side pouch of my camera bag. So I had to go out and buy a cheaper one. The one I want, and I still want, I've reached out to them to hopefully maybe have them sponsor a video once, is Peak Design. I want the Peak Design travel tripod, the carbon fiber one. Just it's $600 and I don't want to pay $600 for a tripod. So instead of doing that, I did reach out to them to see if they would sponsor a video and let me take it to the beach, but I never heard back from them. So I went to Walmart, bought this cheap one for $12 to $18. I don't remember exactly. It's just a tiny one, and it comes out. but it's not very sturdy. I ended up using this one for time lapses with the GoPro Hero 7 because that was what I had. And I also have the clips and stuff. They're in my backpack though. So this one, it's a good tripod. It's just very cheaply made. It's not an expensive, really good tripod. But it works because it fits in the side pocket of my backpack. And it was very timely because I needed it like 2 days before we left. So it ended up working. And I was okay with paying $12 for it because I needed it and I knew I'd put it to use. I may even show those time lapses at the end of the video. I got some really good ones. And honestly, this one, that little cheap one, it actually, my camera is not that heavy. But the tripod is so cheap and cheaply made, it's not, my camera seems heavy on it. And so it doesn't sit very well. So honestly, it actually ended up working great for using it for time lapses with the GoPro. Because the GoPro is not heavy and it just sat there evenly. And I mean, even the wind was kind of like, a little sketchy. And trying to take it down on the beach, actually using it in the sand, not a good idea. It did not work. So now I'm going to rearrange some things and talk to you about the Joby GorillaPod and the SwitchPod. Be right back. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected. And if it's a little wonky, I don't think it is. The little level line says it is. But I'm having to use the sketchy tripod because the other one for some reason was not wanting to work for me. Anyways, let's get to the more of like the vlog type tripods. So you have two different ones. Well, there's a couple of different sizes of this one. So that's why I'm only saying two. But we're going to start with this one because it's my least favorite. This is the Joby GorillaPod Magnetic. So the little red feet are actually magnets. You can hear it hit the table. But I bought this to go with my GoPro because it's an easier one just to screw onto it, and because it is a Joby GorillaPod, you can wrap it around things. And technically the little plate does come out, but sometimes it breaks too. That is not unusual because this thing is very, very worn out. But I've had it pop off like that. I've had one of the legs pop off before, but they just pop right back on. Simple fix. They're not as strong as they used to be because I have wrapped it around so many things. But, you know, you do what you can. So yeah, this used to be what I would make videos with before I got my real camera. And I would set up the GoPro on my table right in front of me. And because it has such a wide lens, I don't really have to worry about seeing it, although I did normally connect it to my phone and just so I could see it from the GoPro app. And I would set it up right in front of me and talk into the GoPro. And then I never did it, but if I wanted to, I did. I would take it and I would just vlog with it. But it's not very stable, but it works for a GoPro because a GoPro isn't very heavy and it is an action camera. So it's not a bad tripod, but it's not gonna hold up a heavy camera. It barely holds up my Panasonic Lumix G7. Yeah, my Panasonic G7. But here's my favorite one. Even out of the big tripods, this is my favorite. This is a SwitchPod. If you don't know what a SwitchPod is, I have a review for it. It's a little bit older, but if you'd like to maybe do a newer version, tell me in the comments. I may do a SwitchPod review 2.0 just because I use this thing and love it so much. So it's made for vlogging. It's made to be like your handheld vlogging tripod. And just for you guys to see what it's like with a camera on it, we'll throw the GoPro on here. I have used it as like a gimbal for the GoPro before. So like you can vlog with it out like that. But when it's a tripod, you flip it out and you set it down. And then you can pick it right back up. Back to vlog mode. And if I am correct, these little holes, you can screw in a mic to them. I have not done that yet because my mic, it has a horseshoe mount and I can't screw it onto here. But I would love to try that one day with any mic that I can screw that onto. So I have done vlogs with this, and I've done, I believe, the late vlog and the playing Pokemon Go. I know the Pokemon Go was shot with this. That one was fun. And every video that I make, except for this one, obviously, because I'm holding it, is made with the SwitchPod. I just set it down, swing it out and put it right in front. Where the camera is right now, just normally sits on the table, not a tripod, just off the table. So there's your SwitchPod. Thinking about doing a SwitchPod review 2.0, but I will still link the old one at the end of the video. So go check that out. That one was technically, it's considered my first video, but I think I did one before it that I ended up deleting because it was so bad. Mostly because GoPro footage is not very clear and it's kind of wide angled and I didn't like it, but it is what it is. So I think that's just about it for tripods. Let's head to the outro because I am considering some things and you guys need to know about it. Okay, back to the normal setup for now. So we're about done. We've wrapped up all the stuff about the tripods. I hope you enjoyed that. That was pretty fun to make actually, minus the having to swap out everything. But, so if you haven't seen it, I will link it at the end. My most popular video on the channel is the review of my Mr. Go light. It's my background light for the videos. It's also my personal night light. Yes, I'm 16, almost 17-year-old that sleeps with a night light. I don't like it dark in my room. So that video just hit 300 views this week. And so I am considering, it's not official, I am considering doing a giveaway. If you are interested in a giveaway for the Mr. Go light, it's just to celebrate it hitting 300 views. So if you're interested, tell me that in the comments below. I'm really considering doing this. So yeah, that may be coming soon. And we've got hopefully some videos coming this week. I think that is it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little tripod video. Alright, don't forget, go down below, hit that subscribe button to help me reach my goal of a silver play button. And I will link the Mr. Go review at the end, and the SwitchPod review as well, which, pardon the horrible footage quality, it was filmed on a GoPro. So yeah, see ya!